What's good, guys? M.V.K here. Welcome back to Indie Showcase Kickstarter edition. Indie Showcase, you guys know it. You should know. Indie Showcase, where I, your host, M.V.K here, deliver reviews from books from various indie companies, from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows and everything all around. And today, I am going to deliver a review of 4 books. This is a Kickstarter edition, so all these books I backed on Kickstarter, and I promised pretty much every creator, if I knew them from social media, that I would do this. So the books that we're going to review follow Werewolf Frankenstein, if you can see that crossover, that glare of it. Werewolf Frankenstein, Murder City Devil issue 3, Hit and Run, and Rook and Knight. I'm sorry, that glare. Sorry about the glare, guys. Rook and Knight. So let's start off with probably the thickest side of all of them in terms of is the first issue of Werewolf Frankenstein. I want to make sure I shout out the creative team on this. So let's talk about this. I want to make sure. So Chris Robbins is the writer. Mark Yarza is the artist. Steve Cannon is the colorist. DC Hopkins, letterer. Jay Bowen, logo and designer. And Luciano Vicino is the character design. So this was the first issue of this. And I thought this was a cool concept. So basically what this is basically Frankenstein's monster, Victor, and he gets bitten by a werewolf, and he's starting to become a werewolf. And that's the whole concept of it. It's very interesting that this guy can become a werewolf, even though he is not technically human, but he does. We see the fight that. We see it. We see him being created by Victor von Frankenstein, and then of course being just forsaken by the world and society. So he lives somewhere where he can't be, hunted. And then of course, him fighting a werewolf, and getting bit by that werewolf. And on the full moon, of course, he turns. And now he's on a quest to find kind of a cure to pretty much get rid of the curse of the wolf. And in the meantime, also you have the sister of the werewolf that he fought and killed, saying, "Why are you fighting this? You are one of us. Like, join us no matter what. Like, you join your pack." And then also you got him, still trying to find a cure, trying to find maybe the good doctor has a cure for him, even though, like I said, he's body parts. He's a combination of body parts. But as you see, as you can see right here, he's turning. Every so often you see him somewhat saying, "I'm in control," and he's speaking to us as the reader, but he's also speaking to people that he's confronting, like, I can control it. But he can't control it because it's starting to wear on him more and more. And in the meantime, you not only got him, but then you got Dracula, who is basically being an invisible spectator in all this, but also, and when I mean spectator, I mean literally a spectator, invisible, because here he is. Here he is. I'll show you a picture of Dracula right now. literally like invisible, which keeps him from sunlight, so he could still be in the day. See if I can find a picture of Dracula. There you are. That's him right there, like turning from a bat into, and of course there's his brides right there. But yeah, it's like he's invisible to the sunlight, which is crazy. But over time, like I said, it is a battle for Victor, because not only does he find out his real name, because he doesn't want to just be called the monster. He keeps telling people, I had a real name, and somebody finally said it was Victor. But this was a really good start. I really enjoyed this. The artwork was really good. The artwork was really good from Mr. Yarza. Like you can see, like here's like good artwork, and I wish that light didn't glare so much. But yeah, it's like good artwork indeed. Let's see if I can turn down that light a little bit. As you can see right here, it's just good artwork. And then of course there's the female werewolf that I was talking about. She is tracking him down, you know, but he doesn't want to become that, you know, like I said. And we don't know the true plans for Dracula. It's never been stated, but he is up to something. But I hope the next issue is a success, because I will back this. And when the next issue, if it's not, because this was really good. I really enjoyed this. Let's move on to Rook and Knight. Now, Rook and Knight is written by a writer whose work I have supported a lot, Daniel Calbane. Excuse me, Daniel Calbane is another one. I've done a lot of his work, from his Liberty book, which was great, and this one is called Rook and Knight, and he's the writer and the creator. Jake and Sean Baggs are the artists, you know, and the artwork in this is really good. The Baggs do a good job with the artwork. So what is this book about? Well, it's a crime duo that is actually a father and son duo. They're father and son, and we see throughout the course of this book how this father and son get through kind of life in general, outside of being just costume crime fighters. And you know, the son, he's having a hard time at times trying to get to his father, and his father, he's going to the psychiatrist and telling, you know, the psychiatrist that, I know my father's taking steroids again. Like it gets crazy, to the point, you know, he doesn't really understand it. They're both from New York, so let's just put it like this. So we got New Yorkers, fellow New Yorkers. So they live in like Brooklyn Heights, and you know, the son is always getting into fights. His name is Grant, and he's always protective of you know, the little guys, and that's the son. While, you know, that's their last name, Grant. And on the other side of it, you have his father, the father, who is just becoming more and more like a drill sergeant and less of a father, even when they're out in patrol. And like I said, he knows Ethan. Ethan is the son. Ethan knows that his dad is juicing up, and they do show it. Like he's got steroids and stuff. And so he's getting really particular and aggressive at times. And even when they go out patrolling, like it's not even like he's like, "Hey son, how you doing?" No, so like, "We're leaving in 20 minutes. Suit up." And we see in this, by the end of the book, it gets crazier because they're on patrol and they're battling. They're battling these. You can kind of say like just they get bad intel, and you find out that these kind of lightweights are turned more into superpowered threats, and now the father and son has to deal with them. And it's even to the point by the end of the book we see Ethan's dad just flip out. He just goes buck wild. Like, imagine, basically, if the best way I can describe it is, imagine Batman and Robin dealing with, let's just say, Joker and Penguin and their goons. And even though Joker, Penguin, let's say, gives up, Batman just keeps wailing on him, just nearly beating this guy to death. That's what you see in this. And it's literally signs of roid rage and everything like that. He's flipping out. And Ethan is trying to calm his dad down, like, "Dad, you're killing him. Like, you're gonna kill this guy." I don't want to show it because that's how kind of brutal it is. But it was a really good start, and I was like, okay, I hope the next issue is being worked on because I really enjoyed this very much. And it does make you wonder, like, how will Ethan look at his dad afterward? Like you're crazy? Like, I mean, he legit nearly beats this guy to death, and it's almost as if Ethan even tells him, like, "I'm not just your partner, I'm your son. Like, what are you doing?" So it's things like that. This was really good, though. I really enjoyed that, But it is a family duo, and so we move on to more family affair. It's a family affair. Sorry. Hit and Run. So in this book, under Valantic Studios, we have Hit and Run. They're two brothers. Hit Run, I believe. And what's really unique about this book is it's black and white. It's got that noir grittiness to it. It's all black and white. It is drawn and written by Dylan Andrews. He does it. He created this. So pretty much in this book, in this city, which is called Shell City. Shell City is being overrun by this drug lord by the name of Deadface. And he's called Deadface for a reason, because his face, well, I can show it. I don't think it won't get. As you can see right here, that's Deadface. That's Deadface. Yeah, he's a crime lord. He's a crime lord, and drugs are running wild in Shell City. And the brother duo of Hit and Run are out to stop this, because it's not only just Deadface. He's got this new drug called Shock. It's like a new narcotic, and it's heavy and it's potent, and more importantly, you got rival gang drug crews fighting over turf and things like that, and they keep upping their weaponry, while the cops and politicians, they can't do a damn thing. And so it's about the Owen brothers, Hitch and Runner. That's their name, and they're called Hit and Run. And they're like a combination of, I guess you could say, a combination of, like, they have no powers, they just got skills. So like a mixture of Daredevil and like ninja characters. It's because here they are right here. That's them. like I said, it's all black and white, and they're trying to get, and that's kind of the initial part of this, is them just dealing with dead faces. His crew stopping the drugs from going all over a hit city and stopping them from being sold to kids and things like that. But more importantly, by the end, they end up getting ready to fight this crazy badass looking character who looks like a combination of Batman and Deathstroke. He's called Battleman, King of the Swords. I'll show you him right there. That's him right there. Doesn't he look like Deathstroke and Batman combined? So they team to fight him. But yeah, man, this was tough. It is a little. It is not for kids because there's a lot of violence and heads getting throbbed off. I'll also say Battleman looks a little bit like the Grim Reaper, Wonder Man's brother, because he has like a sickle for a hand. I was like, that's kind of like Grim Reaper. But this was fun too. This was really good. I like the no color to it. I like the noir feel to it. Outside of, you got a little color on the cover, but outside of that, this was just straight good. You got to point A to point B real quick. You understood why these brothers are doing it, but nothing else. It was good. And even Mr. Andrews, he signed it, like I said. So Hit and Run was good. Another Kickstarter. Once I hope the next issue gets, because I will definitely review that. And last but not least is a series that I have been reading since the first issue. I've been backing it since the first issue, and it is under Cyclone Comics from Murder City Devil, issue number 3. Yo, Evan, was good. For everybody who's been missing out, what's this book about? So basically, this book is about the character of Spring Hill Jack, and he's like a superhero, a violent superhero. That's him right there. And he is fighting, in this issue, he's fighting a character called the Mothman. That's him right there. He's huge, he's big, he's strong, and what's interesting about this is that Spring Hill is getting weakened because he's over holy ground, and it's sapping his strength, so he's getting a little thrashed in this, while somebody's watching from the distance. But at the same time, he has to fight his way out of this because Mothman is just stronger and he's got the advantage, while Spring Hill's getting weaker over time. Every time he throws a punch, he gets weaker, and he's really trying to get out of here, get out of the clutches of the Mothman while he's over the cemetery. And what's really interesting is how he gets over it. I won't spoil that, how he gets over it, but it was really cool. The artwork again is always cool. I can never complain about this artwork. I do like how Spring Hill is out to defeat the Mothman, but even still, he's looking for what he needs to find. And we got so much dirty politicians going on in this from a different side, the media, and more importantly, we see how River City is getting on with this vigilante known as Spring Hill Jack. But what is really interesting about it is who that person that is following him at the end. I won't spoil who it is. I will say this: it is a she, but she is interested in dealing with Spring Hill. Damn it, I'm trying to get that word out. But still, the fight with Mothman was crazy. I actually like the design of how they did Mothman, because I love that design of, like, you see, like, everything is black here, but then he's got these big red, which a lot of people have said, if you are from West Virginia who have seen the Mothman, they do remember is just big red eyes, and I was just like, yeah, that's cool that they designed him like that. But he was really strong. It's like what if Archangel was jacked up, like completely jacked up on Bane's venom. That's the best way I could describe it. I had a lot of fun, Evan, reading this, and I look forward to reading issue number 4. This is definitely for mature readers. This is not for kids. But like I said, I've been backing this series since day one, and Evan always contacts me and gives me a heads up when the next issue is going to be available on Kickstarter and things like that. I have been very appreciative of what he's given me, and in return, it's just a fun read. You can tell he puts so much into this, and I respect that. But yeah, Murder City Devil, issue number 3. This was good. There you guys got it. There you go. There you have it, guys. Those are some books that I have had backed on Kickstarter, and those are the rewards that I've gotten for them, and supporting their books. I have so many, not even just physical books, but digital books that I will review as well. But yeah, there's still more to come, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to check out any one of these books, I'll try to find, you should look into the link in the description down below, and you should be able to find where you can read these books. But if you can't, try to look out for them on Kickstarter and things like that. If I was given the grades, so I'd give Werewolf Frankenstein an 8. This was good. Artwork alone was just perfect. Rook and Knight, same thing, an 8. Just in general, because you've never seen this before. That's why it was so intriguing to me. You've never seen a father-son crime-fighting duo. So that's really good. And don't say Batman and Robin, because at the time, Damian wasn't out. But you could say it, but it's just, this feels more natural. So that's an 8. Hit and Run, a solid 8 too, because it got right to the point. You knew where it was going. Drugs, bad guys, heroes. There you go. And a solid 8 too. So straight up 8s, 4 8s for everybody. Murder City has just been good since I first read the first issue. And I keep in touch with Evan all the time. I follow him on all social medias. We're friends on Instagram, we're friends on Facebook, so I keep track of what he's doing. But Evan, if you're watching, this was good. This is real good, dude. Looking forward to the next one. Well, that's it, guys. Indie Showcase is done for today. I'll see you guys next time with some more from this Kickstarter edition of Indie Showcase. That's what I'll do. I'll break it up. When I review indie books, it'll just be Kickstarter. So this is the first of many Kickstarter edition Indie Showcase. Outside of that, guys, you take care. I will see you guys next time.